Gun Meme Review. What is up, you sexy YouTube mother lovers, and welcome back to, well, whatever the hell this show is. If you've been paying any attention to the news, or if you've even, opened social media lately, you'll know that the United States government, more specifically the current administration, has done a minor oopsie. As it turns out, the American pullout game is strong. I think most would say probably a little bit too strong. My pullout game, however, usually, well, how do I put this? Whoever can pull me out will be deemed the next king of fucking England. I joke around, of course, but yes, unfortunately, the botched exit of American troops from Afghanistan has led to almost an immediate takeover of the country of Afghanistan by the Taliban. As soon as American troops left, the Afghani military that we've been training and funding and providing arms for about 20 years rolled over like a neutered puppy. As a result, look at the kind of hardware that the Taliban has been able to capture, including cutting-edge M4s with PEC-14s and night vision and the gamut. It's a really shitty situation, and some of the videos coming out of it have been absolutely heartbreaking. However, the memes have been fucking insane. Biden, you'd need F-15s or nukes to take on the government. The Taliban. Yes, in the fastest I have ever seen a narrative collapse politically, the Biden administration has gone from saying that, you would need nukes and F-15s to take on the government. We've got the strongest military in the world. You can't do shit against us. To completely capitulating and saying they can't even, with the full force of the US military, retake a fucking airport from a bunch of dudes with burned out AKs from the 70s. Taliban gets MRAPs, drones, Blackhawks, and thousands of M16s, M4s, M249s, and a manner of crew-served weapons left behind by the US government. Gun owners in America struggling to keep their rights to own pieces of plastic and rubber. Yes, they will basically hand-deliver thousands of full-auto M4s to the fucking Taliban, but will definitely arrest you and put you in prison if you put a vertical foregrip on your AR pistol instead of an angled one. Also, I figured my shirt was kind of appropriate today. Very nice, high five. Taliban leader Samir al-Haidari, seen here celebrating after declaration of the new Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan. I don't know who this man is, but he can't keep getting away with this. See, everyone's been so concerned about the Taliban takeover of Afghanistan that they missed the real takeover that was happening. Amidst the chaos, there was one victor. Jeb. Why did his brother invade in the first place, huh? This was the plan all along. Who am I kidding? Jeb Bush couldn't win at solitaire. So pretty much all of the memes are going to be about this topic, and some of them are pretty spicy. They're pretty good. But before we get to that, we've got to thank our sponsor, which this is a pretty interesting episode to sponsor, so we really got to give them some kudos for that. This episode's sponsor is Acre Gold. Acre Gold is a gold subscription service that is great if you want to diversify away from things like paper and into something that actually is tangible and holds real value, other than guns and ammo. Those are pretty good investments too. I don't care what my accountant says. Great for a diversified portfolio, and Acre Gold allows you to do it in small increments every month, just like Netflix or something like that. When you hit the right threshold, they send you your amount of gold. Acre Gold's actually sending me out a solid gold 9mm bullet, which, if you've checked ammo prices lately, may not be too far off from the actual street value of a regular 9mm at this point. But anyways, they're a rad sponsor. We love working with them. If you want to check them out, the links are in the description and in the pinned comment. Back to the memes. Me in Afghanistan trying to get some free guns without getting caught. Team America World Police reference. Very nice. Durka Durka, Muhammad Jihad. And now this video is demonetized. Speaking of which, some people have made some very bold claims on the internet, some conspiracy theory type of stuff, that I was actually involved in some of this, and that there's even a photo of that. From, I believe, Mr. Guns and Gears page, we have Brandon Herrera. This literally happens anytime anybody finds somebody who's like slightly tan and has a beard and long hair. It's automatically me. You do understand that you've just basically described 10% of the Middle East, right? Although, almost honored in this case. Dude's got some drip. Putting aside the fact that this looks nothing like me and is actually more like Jason Mantzoukas' just radicalized brother. But there was a ton of these, so I figured I'd at least throw in one or two. Brandon Herrera infiltrating the Taliban, trying to make his way to Khyber Pass to be schooled in the ways Durka, so he can finish the AK-50. I just realized what this dude actually looks like. If you zoom in on his face, this is just bearded, tan, long-haired Edward Snowden, hiding from the CIA in plain sight. Anyway, I think that's enough of that. Moving on. How libertarian are you? Taliban puts ads on social media to sell America's abandoned armed vehicles. Apparently, this is a real thing. The ad's fucking great too. American truck. Registration, Afghanistan. Total genuine, bumper to bumper, like new condition. Totally used by Army officers. For more details, contact ... So the Taliban can run fucking ads for selling tanks, and I can't even run ads at all on social media for legal guns that are perfectly legal to make and sell in the US. I want to get off of Mr. Bones' wild ride. Quick, interesting tidbit on the captured equipment part. Pictures like this have surfaced of Taliban taking over control of several hangars and things, now having access to different military helicopters now. Of course, the first thing they do is put flex pics on Instagram and Twitter. A few hours after this photo was taken, one of them had already crashed. Yeah, as it turns out, when Abdul says, "Yes, I could fly a helicopter," you might want to look into his credentials a little bit. As it turns out, Taliban flight school doesn't cover landing. When me and the boys go to a new range but have to watch the safety video, my friend's just waiting to pew-pew. Gotta love that CIA training paying off, because this is the first picture I've ever seen of people like this, with all of their fingers off the trigger. At least our tax dollars are going to paying for our insurgents that are fighting us to learn trigger discipline. That's awesome. Now, I saw this one floating around. I saw all you motherfuckers tagging me in it. Don't think I didn't. So I've got to address this one. You said the AK platform was superior, but the Taliban trading comm block trash for salty M16 rifles determined that was a lie. This meme actually spread so far that Phil, the lead singer of the band All That Remains, actually tagged me in it on Twitter. The Taliban have settled the age-old debate, at the AK guy. 2 points about this one. One, you're kind of making my point, because the side that was outnumbered but had the AKs won. Secondly, I would trade them out too. Burned out AKs versus brand new, thanks, military funded AR-15s with PECs on them, with modern shit that is used with the new night vision that we also gave them. It's a pretty tittied out gun. Now, if you gave me the choice between that and a burned out AK from the 70s that's had 200,000 rounds through it, yeah, okay, I'll take the brand new gun. It's got all the cool shit on it. You offered me that cool new gun against something like a really tittied out AK-105 with the same kind of kit on it. Fuck yeah, I'm taking that one instead. Hey, you still want government gun control? Yes. By the same government that just left billions in weapons to literal terrorists? Reminds me of an old joke, actually. The same government that says that you cannot buy a gun here from a dealer in the US without a 4473 and a background check, given their track record, probably would not pass that background check. Ah, look at this handsome fella. About 2 years and 40 blood pressure points ago. Dear Taliban, I understand you have recently acquired a lot of new kit. Please let me know should you be looking to offload your old gear. Sincerely. Yours truly. I was just about to say I would never do business with people like this, because I have a real issue putting money in the pockets of just awful humans like that. Then I realized the whole reason we're talking about it is that our government took our money to give better weapons to people like that. Nightmare. Which leads me to this one. 1975, Communist Takeover Saigon. 2021, Afghanistan's second largest city falls to Taliban. Yeah, part of my feed has been taken up by just a lot of dudes who, did a lot over there and thought that they were at least doing something. And to see this has been genuinely upsetting. Now, my personal politics, which I usually don't delve into, but I'm pretty non-interventionist, but it is upsetting to see that some really awful people are going to end up winning at the end of the day. Doing some really awful shit in the days to come. And if that wasn't bad enough, we've basically hand-delivered them the means to do it and plenty of funding to do whatever the hell they want. That's upsetting to me. And if that's upsetting to me, I can only imagine what a lot of Afghan war vets are thinking right now. Especially those who lost friends, who lost limbs, maybe lost their lives. It can't be easy. Which brings me around to this. Call your friends, man. If you know somebody who spent a lot of time in Afghanistan, lost somebody in Afghanistan, call them. Go on a bro date. Go to Topgolf. It matters. It really does. But anyway, that's all we've got for this topic on Gun Meme Review. In fact, we had a bunch of stuff we were going to do on Gun Meme Review anyway, and then this all came up, and it seemed like this took total precedence over the rest of it. So we've got all sorts of stuff about the rare breed triggers thing. Of course, we got all the memes that came out of the last Gun Meme Review, which of course guest starred none other than Flannel Daddy himself, Garand Thumb. We may even have to do a special Gun Meme Review, an extra Gun Meme Review to try to make up for it, because there's a lot of memes that we still have. We literally could do 2. So if that's something you guys want to see either next week, or maybe we can try for a 3rd upload. I don't know. Up to you guys. You let me know in the comments what you guys want to see. We can go for that, because ultimately, I want you guys to be happy. I really do. That is what I want. Anyway, guys, that's about all we've got for this episode of Gun Meme Review. I appreciate you guys watching to the end of the video, and as always, I'll see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video. Thanks.
Fuel is my obsession to make the perfect weapon, like Rasputin's rise to the top.
Yes, when Abdul says, yes, I can fly an airplane. Well, no, not an airplane. Fuck, wrong thing. Yeah, as it turns out, when Abdul says, yes, I can fly a helicopter. What the fuck was that accent? I'm not going to do an accent for that. That's terrible. Whereas my pullout game, however, how do I put this? Whoever can... My parents watch this.